Love is in the air, or is it just the smell of chocolate?
Valentine's Day is the perfect time to give a treat to someone special, especially if they're that special someone.
We'll show you how to make something sweet for your sweetheart on this episode of DIY Today. Hello everyone, and welcome to this episode of DIY Today. I'm Jama.
I'm Brittany.
And I'm John. About this time every year, store shelves start to fill up with heartfelt greeting cards and heart-shaped boxes of chocolate.
Today we've got some ideas on how to share the love any time of the year.
We'll show you how right after this.
Welcome back to DIY Today. Now that our Christmas decorations are down, our houses are kind of a blank slate. But Jama and Brittany have a couple of projects to bring some color back to our walls.
Today we're going to make a really neat heart-shaped wreath out of some items that you might have just laying around your house. The first thing you're going to need is a pretty good sized sheet of cardboard. And this is really good because, you know, after the holidays you might have a lot of those gift boxes laying around that some of your big items came in, and you can just reuse that. But what you'll need is an X-Acto knife or something that's sharp and precise to cut a heart shape out of. And you'll want to do a pretty good sized heart with a smaller one in the middle. And then you'll actually have two shapes to choose from. You can either do the heart that, you know, has the clear center, or you can do the solid heart. Today we're going to work with the bigger heart. And what you'll need is some coffee filters. And the first thing that you're going to do after you've got your heart cut out is you're going to take a bowl of about 1 cup of water, and then just some red acrylic paint, and you're just going to do a dab of that acrylic paint into the water, and then just take a paintbrush and mix that together. This is what's going to dye those coffee filters and make them look like carnations. Okay, and then once you've got that nice and mixed up, you're just going to dip your coffee filters, and you can either do them a small portion at a time, or you can do the whole group of coffee filters and then separate them later. But you'll just want to dip those down into the water just for about 3 seconds, and then pull it up, and you'll just lay them upside down on a paper towel to dry, and then you just set your water aside. While those are drying, you'll take a screwdriver, preferably a Phillips head, but whatever you have laying around at home, and you'll just poke holes into your heart about 1/2 inch apart, and we'll just show you how to do that right here. Okay, and then once you have your holes poked out, you're going to take your coffee filters. Jama, if you want to show us how to twist those to make them look like flowers.
Okay, you can see the light pink outline from dipping it in paint, and I'll just grab the center, kind of shake it like you're doing tissue paper, and then give it a good twist. This helps you get it through the hole.
And you can actually take some needle nose pliers to help you with this, because sometimes those holes, to get these through there, it's a little tricky. So you'll just take your coffee filter and pull it through.
And it doesn't really matter if your coffee filters are wet or dry yet. It works either way. It's a little easier to pull through once they're dry, just because they're not as delicate when you pull them through with the needle nose pliers, but it also works with them wet or a little damp.
And the neat thing about this is you never would think that a coffee filter would turn out to look like a real flower, but once you have them all in here and they're grouped up like this, it really does look like some pink carnations. And we're just gonna fill the rest of this wreath up. once you have all of your coffee filters through the holes, this is what it'll look like. It really does look like flowers, doesn't it?
I love it.
Okay, and so to hang it on your door, you'll just need some ribbon. Let's have a little bit more than that. There we go. Okay, and then you'll want to punch a hole in the back, big enough one for your ribbon to fit through. I've already done that with our screwdriver here. And then you'll just feed it through that hole. You might have to get your needle nose pliers for this one. Thank you, Jama. All right, and then you can just tie it at the top, and that's what you can use to hang it up. Also, if you want it to fit closer to your door, you can flip it over and you can actually just take some scissors and you can trim off some of the excess filter that's on the back of these. We're not going to go through all of them today, but you get the idea. You just kind of clip all of them off. That way it'll sit closer to your door, your wall, or wherever you're going to hang the wreath. And if you want to add a little bit of dimension, what you can do is you can take that paintbrush that you use to stir the paint mixture with, and you can just go over some of the edges of the filters. And it'll just give you more of a realistic look. It almost looks like real carnations that are on the wreath. But there you have it. That's how you do your Valentine's wreath. Welcome back. Jama has another heart-themed decoration that you can make for your Valentine.
We're going to make a Valentine's Day canvas, and canvases are really popular right now. First of all, what I did was I traced straight lines across the canvas because we're going to make it white, black, white, black, white, and we're going to use acrylic paint, black acrylic paint. I'm going to put some in my little cup, and I'm going to use my sponge brush to paint the black lines. Now, if you don't feel comfortable painting your black lines straight, you can also use some painter's tape. And then after your black dries, you could take the painter's tape off and your lines should be straight. Next, you would need a piece of red felt, and we're going to cut out a heart shape out of the red felt. I'm going to trace it with a Sharpie. I just printed a heart template off of the internet, the size I needed, and we're doing an 8 by 10 canvas, but you could do as big or as small as you would like, but your heart probably needs to accommodate for the size. Okay, we have our heart cut out. And so to give our canvas some dimension, we are going to add red buttons to the heart. So you need a hot glue gun, and they actually already had a pack of red buttons, all just red buttons, so you don't have to sort through an assortment of buttons. So that was pretty neat. So Brittany, will you help me add the buttons?
Absolutely.
Now that you have all your buttons glued on and gives your heart a little bit of dimension, we're going to turn it over and add some more hot glue so we can glue it on our canvas. We're going to try to get it as close to in the middle as possible. And then to personalize this a little bit and make it a little bit more special, I'm going to add some lettering at the bottom. Okay, I added the words me plus you.
Flowers and candy are the two most popular gifts to give on Valentine's Day. And when we come back, John's going to show us how to combine the two.
Flowers are a classic token of affection that just about everyone likes to receive. The only problem is they don't really last for a long time, but I'm going to show you how to make a bouquet that just about everyone would love to receive and that'll stick around a little bit longer. The first thing we've got here is just a glass vase, and we put a few red, white, and pink chocolate candies down in there just to make a base. The next thing we're going to put in, I've got a plain block of styrofoam here. You could use floral foam, anything like that, just wrapped up in some Valentine's Day paper. We're going to stick it right down in the neck of the vase here. If the block that you get's a little bit too big to fit, you can just trim it down. Now we've got just a few different types of candy, different chocolates, and we've got them taped here just to some wooden skewers. What we're going to do is for each candy that we've got, we're going to stick it down into our styrofoam block and just start to arrange them around. You can kind of do different heights with them, get a good assortment. Now, if you are making this for someone in particular, maybe ask them a little bit ahead of time what their favorite candies are, just so you can have an idea of what might be best to include. Put a few more in here. You can even do a few bigger pieces here, just attach them the same way, and if they're a little bit wider, just turn them on their side so that way they'll stick up even taller in the back. We've even got a little heart-shaped box of chocolates, the classic shape that everyone is familiar with. We'll put that right here down in front. Got a few more here, some of the bigger pieces of chocolate too. We'll put our skewer on the back there, and you can even angle it just a little bit. And we'll put that down right in here. A couple more up front here just to fill it out. And you've probably seen these in your local grocery store. A lot of those, they're floral departments, they'll have these out this time of year. But to be honest, they can be a little bit expensive. So doing something like this will save you a lot of money, and whoever you give it to, they'll be very appreciative that you took the time to make it yourself. If you wanted to, you could even stick a little stuffed animal in the top. Got a couple more here. Fill in this gap right here. One more. Then, just to hide some of these sticks, we've got some more red paper. This is just your regular gift wrap style paper. You can bunch it up, then just kind of tuck it in here in the back. Wrap it around the sides. Maybe one more piece here in the middle. If you have to, I don't think we'll need a whole piece, so we'll just rip some of this in half. Stick it right down in here. And there we go. We've got a Valentine's bouquet that tastes just as good as it looks.
Like you've seen today, there's no need to spend a fortune to show someone how you really feel.
It's the thought and the little personal touches that really count on Valentine's Day.
As always, thank you for watching DIY Today. We'll be back next time with more crafts, projects, tips, and tricks that you can do yourself at home. We'll see you soon.